Hello. I think this is going to be the last one I do in this little mini series of landscaping. I am going to pick a place here. Now sometimes you might want things just to feel more natural. You just want it to feel like a little wood or a little forest. And it's, you know, when everything is in a block and everything's going to line up nice and tidy, it's not all that easy to do. But what we can, you know, we can play with that. Darn it. And because this is a massive, huge tree, I'm going to put that baby in. Put another one over here. And if you're building a little campground like you've seen me do, or you just want to build a forest, you just want to have a place, you could, run your walkway through it if you wanted to do that. Start with the big ones because those, when you get them, those are part of those, they come with one of the events coming up. So keep that in mind. You may not have that. When you're putting the plants down, don't make a row. You never make a row of plants unless you're doing a formal garden. You just don't. Okay, don't do it that way. If you make it by accident, add more. Break it up. Give it some variety. So if you're planting off with any kind of plant, you're going to look better if I have 3 or 5 or 7. An uneven number is probably going to look better almost all the time. Keep that in mind, unless you're going a formal garden. If you're going for a formal garden, then you want everything even and balanced. Absolutely. And if you just want to go totally natural, then build your forest. Decide what kind of forest it's going to be. I'm going for something like a boreal forest, like here in northern Ontario. And just planting some trees here, there, and everywhere. And maybe, I'm going for a little fairy circle or something here, which seems to be developing. I did not plan that, but stuff happens. And then you start breaking those up with some other stuff. These lovely little birches. A little birch grove somewhere could look really nice too. Just a bunch of birch trees in a random pattern can look beautiful in this game. And I'll pop a few of these in random bits and places. The key here is to make it as not uniform as possible. You want to give as much of a natural look to it as you can possibly manage in something that's built on a grid. So mix things up. If you see some part, if you look, you stand back and look at it later and you go, oh, look at that, there's a line. I could see the line is standing out in my head. This is driving me crazy. Then go pick something up and move it, okay? Don't let it rule you. Say, no, you don't get to stay there. I think you're a cutie, but no, this is not your place in the world. Now, I ended up leaving a little gap here. Now you could put a little campground in the middle. Do we have tents? I think I have tents now. But again, I'm very much afraid that these are, these are event items. So you would have to, get that yourself. But you could, at some point when you get them, you could make yourself a little campground here. Put the little fire pit in the middle. Wherever that is. Do I want this too? Would we have one of these? Nope, we're camping. We're roughing it. Forget that. No tables. No tables. You lose. You can put that here. See, I'm feeling like this is, I don't know. I don't want to recycle it. I want to pick it up. Wrong button. Do what I ask. Do what I want, not what I tell you. Now there's a step. There's a bench here that just like a log. So we could put one of these down because, that's cool. Definitely put one of these down. You can put that there. Now we are going to add more trees. We're going to add some of these. One of these is going to be right here nearby, I think. And you tuck one of these up over here someplace on a diagonal. You can go in here. I think so. And yeah, it takes a lot of trees, but can you ever have too many trees? Come on, really? I don't think so. I'm pretty certain of that. I feel quite definite that that's the correct answer is no, you can never have too many trees. Gonna put that there. We'll go for the other side as well. And put just a few of these around about like here. And now we're, you know, it's starting to feel like forest. We have totally got a forest going on here. It's quiet, it's natural, it's a great place to run away to. You know you're going to be happy here. I would be. Absolutely, totally. And I think it needs, however, a few more birch stands. I like birch trees. Well, I like most trees in case somehow that has escaped your notice, but birch trees are one of the extra cool ones, right? And see, these are feeling like, look at that. Now I get 4. Like, yeah, I don't think so. I'm gonna, you know what? I will leave you there. I don't know. We're gonna take this and put one. No, see, any row here is gonna look wonky. So I'm going to pick this up and move it here. And then we will put down a couple more of the evergreens. If I can ever find the evergreens. We're going to put you there. And we'll put you here. Whoops, that's not where I meant to put you actually. I wanted you right here. Thank you. Now, you know, we've stumbled on a little forest. And we've gone camping. Now I'm looking up this row right here, and this feels like a row, and it's like I find that entirely unacceptable. So you're going to go right there. And now it's random again. No, it's okay. So there we go. You know, if you want to build a forest, just keep away from the patterns. And if you're wandering around and you see them, just change it. Just don't let it happen. Start with the biggest trees you have, whatever that is. Now I do have those. I forgot I have those earth trees. They could look quite nice in here. Now these, depending on the side you look at them from, they're very much a globe. I mean, it is what it is. But I think if we tuck them in the rest of this, we just bury them in the forest, I think it'll just give us, you know, a nice bit of foliage that's a bit different. A different shade of green to sort of wake things up a wee bit. And I think, yeah, Earth Day's pretty soon, isn't it? In a month or so. So you can get these if you want them then. But yeah, I think that's tucking these in various places is not a bad thing either. And we'll put you, I don't know, we'll stick you right here. So just, yeah, see, we just get some different textures going on, and you can just see the colors here and there peeking up through the forest. That's not bad. And there you go. Now, of course, you could put any of the fruit trees in here too. Like, absolutely any of those trees could go into this. Not a problem with that at all. Not a problem with that. And one last thing before I finish this here in the dark. Let's go look at our Oriental garden at night, though. I bet it's kind of cute. It'll be quiet and peaceful. We get the little floating lantern. Oh, it's so cute. And then we've got this. Now, I kind of wish I did have a path in here, but the green on green was not working. And these are just, I love these little gardens. Look at the nice shadows on the sand. Isn't it gorgeous? You get just a hint of water or rocks or something. I'm not sure what it is around the sides, but it's lovely. Oh, and the moon is in the sky. Oh my goodness gracious. Will you look at this? I think this is totally, absolutely requiring. I want to zoom just a bit like so. And get rid of that. And look. Oh, it's awesome, right? Sure it is. Sure it is. While I'm taking screenshots, because that hardly ever happens. So here now what we needed here, I see I've made a boo-boo. We need lighting in here. We've got a plate, because at barbecue, you're going to want to be out at night sometime, right? Absolutely. We totally need lighting in there. And here we've got an entire forest. And you could make smaller patches of this anywhere you wanted to put them. You don't have to make it this big. You could make a much tinier spot that is just sitting, you know, at the junction between 4 big fields or something like that. Again, just to sort of break up, you know, break up whatever's going on. So as soon as that sun comes up, and then it's going to rain. Oh, but we have a rainbow. Okay, no, this is up. Come up. Look at this. We have our little oriental garden with the rainbow. Did you see the little butterfly off to the left? Toots adorbs. And take screenshots. Share them with me. I want to see. Because, you know, look at this. Look at this. Oh, it's all peaceful and pretty. Just like that. I'm going to escape this and get yourself up, girl. And let's back up. No tractors today. Absolutely. I refuse. So I wanted to do one last thing, one way of planting, and I don't actually have any of them in here, unfortunately, and maybe that'll come this year. Something's going to change, but I will go there, and we are looking for what am I looking for? Not so much. Yeah. Okay, here's one kind. If you have a sandy place, do I have a sandy place? I do somewhere. Where's there sand around here? I'm trying to think where I put these before. I don't know. Let's see. What can we do here? Well, if you've got, there is sand. There's sand in various places, and the palm trees can look quite nice. And there are a number of them. Now you're going to have to use the crop trees. Unfortunately, you know, you've got this sort of tree. They do, you know, if you spin them around, they do come and, you know, they're not going to line up the same shape all the time. They do pop themselves around a fair bit. And I know there's more than that, guys. I'm sorry, I can't find them. And there we're getting into other things. There's cactus and there's some smaller bits, but there's not a lot of cactus either. Where's the other trees? There we go. Here's a nice big palm of sorts. So you've got these kind of things. Now, if I put down between that, where's the sand? Is that going to do it? Yeah. So, I mean, we can build a sandy place with this. Now, I don't know why they don't do this with the roads. You can't make a solid space like this with anything that I know of except the sand. And I kind of wish they did. I want a town square, and I want it like cobblestones or something. But I guess I'll have to use this because I don't think anything else works. I mean, snow, but yeah, I'm not that keen on snow. Soil, I could put that down, and I believe this goes wall to wall too. But I wish they would let me put like a cobblestone. Yeah, like I don't use this much. I wish they'd let me put that down wall to wall, and they don't. It doesn't. There's always spaces in between, unfortunately. But what is that? A running track. Well, that's probably not going to go either. That's going to do the wonky bits. Yeah, you're gonna get that if you try to build a town square out of it. I'm gonna have little circles all over the place. I think so. So that's definitely not what I want either. But you can't put the sand down. So if you want to do some sort of tropical thing, which is what I did around my pirate ship, and will undoubtedly be doing again around my pirate ship. And I'm positive there's other trees we can use. Well, I mean, that is maybe in a tropical setting. No, I can't even put that on sand, so that's no good. What is that? Rice. Oh yes, rice is cute too. Where are they? Coffee. Cinnamon trees. I've got the date palm. Papaya. Will that go on sand? I don't think so. No, I didn't think so. Tamarind. Olive. Where are... do I keep skipping them? I literally just skipping them over and over and over again. Coconut. Oh, coconut was the first one I did. I'm certain there's another one. There's got to be more than this. There has to be more than this to do that goes on sand. Maybe I'm wrong. Or I'm just zooming past and I'm exhausted and I'm just not seeing it. At any rate, there are palm trees in the game, and you can play around with that. There are, you know, little piratey sand items and fun things, which oddly enough won't go on the pathways, but it puts sand around it when you use it. So some things are kind of punky like that. You put them down. I think, is this one that does that? No, this just goes on the sand. Okay, so the little skeleton, poor little guys, they didn't last. And there's, what am I looking for? You know, a message in a bottle, because you never know when you're going to have one of those. You need one of those somewhere. So if you have a pond in the middle, a little oasis was what I'm trying to go for, and I think I'm failing. I think it's time to be quiet and go away. But yes, you could create an oasis and, you know, put the water tiles down like we used over here in this, you know, in the oriental thing, and then somewhere along it, not exactly in the middle, not exactly in a corner, but somewhere a little off center, you can put down the message in the bottle, fill it with sandy things around. There are a number of, you know, there's a couple of trees. I thought there was a third. I still swear there must be one out there. I might be wrong. And then, you know, there are these piratey items, yar or matey, that you can put down to have, you know, create yourself a little oasis. And you could even put that pirate ship next to it as the house, or, you know, an entertainment venue, as you do. And there you go. So I think I've yammered on enough about things. If you guys have questions, or, you know, looking for ideas or something, I would say look up garden designs, or flower border designs or something like that. You can probably find sketches. Well, probably, I know you can. You can find sketches online. Well, I assume they're online. I have them in books, but I'm sure they're online, that, you know, will give you lots of different ideas. And you can put things like this, just a border of trees and flowers, or I said, don't even put the flowers, just put the trees, sit a bench in the middle, call it done. What you could do is put, you know, the trees down and put a barn. You know, you can do it, you can do something like this too. We just put these out of the way. And you can add to your storage, which is never a bad thing, by popping a barn down here instead. Now that's not a good choice, because it's too big to have it show the pretty way. But we'll pop these back. And then, you know, the barn becomes part of the landscaping project. And you just got a whole bunch of storage extra. And it looks very nice. They're quite pretty. And you could even, you know, use those, space them evenly along your row as well. You have tree, flowers, flowers, barn, tree, flowers, flowers, barn, you know, something like that. So have a good time. I hope I've helped. And until I see you guys next time, live your lives happy, and we will do our best to keep building it beautiful. Thank you. Bye-bye.